Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory, Roma 3, Genoa 1. I've just come back home from the stadium as Roma win yet another home game on home soil. And at home, we're such a good team to watch. At home, we're such a confident team with the ball beneath our feet. And I always say this, but I get the impression that when we play at home, we could beat anybody, and then we step outside the walls of the Olimpico, we could fall in the trap of absolutely every team. And this is what Roma is. A good performance against a tough team to face, a tough team to beat, a tough team to crack open and break down. And this is what I've liked the most about this performance. We'll speak about it in this match reaction. I won't keep it too long. I do have to apologize. I haven't filmed the vlog today. I was sick the whole day. And I'm leaving for Amsterdam on Monday to be in Alkmaar for Thursday's game. And I'm like, I just needed to rest. I got zero editing done today. I just watched the Aussie Open on the sofa, and I was like, I cannot be bothered of even starting to edit anything. So apologies for no vlog, but we are here with the match reaction. If you're ready, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as always. 100 likes, do it. 3 points means 100 likes. And yeah, look, the first thing which I've loved is again how we managed to make Genoa a very easy side to beat. And that's not something that you look at this game and go, oh well, it's just Genoa. They were fighting not to get relegated a few weeks ago. They changed manager, they have a little good impact now. It's not a great win, it's a normal win, it's an average win. Fair play to Roma, they did what they had to do. And I agree on all of it. You know, we have to win today at home against these teams. In seasons like this one, you have to get full points. But don't underestimate Genoa of recent times. A lot of teams struggled to win against Genoa under Patrick Vieira. And number two, which is the most important thing, which we made look very easy today, Genoa under Patrick Vieira are a very tough team to break down. And we scored 3 goals past them today. You know, all of the 3 goals were lead-ups to the goal. You know, they weren't penalties, free kicks or set pieces. They were all constructed goals, which shows to you, again, another thing, it's always the same thing, that inside the walls of our home ground, we're such a different team. I mean, we're such a different team when we play inside our walls that it's actually crazy to see. It's crazy to see, it's crazy to spot, and it's crazy to visualize. We're starting to climb positions. Again, we played on a Friday, so don't get caught by the fact that we're getting closer to the other teams. A lot of our direct opponents, I'm looking at Bologna, Milan, Fiorentina, all have around 2 games in hand. So yes, we are getting closer to them. Yes, a lot of them can lose points this weekend. Juventus play Milan. But at the end of the day, as I always say, it's about yourself. It's about focusing on yourself and trying to get the best out of yourself and wanting to get a reaction against yourself, comparing the second half of the season to the first half of the season. So yeah, I must say, breaking them down today, cracking them open, I was not expecting. I predicted a 2-1 in the match preview. I mean, a 3-1, I'll grant myself a point when it comes to the match preview prediction. I got 10 out of 11 in the lineup. Pellegrini started ahead of Pizzilli. But again, another thing which this game shows you with the El Shaarawy show, absolute show from El Shaarawy today, is that Pizzilli, Pellegrini and El Shaarawy all hit great form in different times, at different times, and all of them play better in different types of games. Pellegrini, out of the 3, is the one who, you know, scored a banger in the derby, feels the derby, steps up when the game counts. Pizzilli as a super sub, I like more than as a starting player, even though I haven't seen him start many games. And El Shaarawy, when El Shaarawy hits his day, El Shaarawy is one of the best players in the league. And I will never be convinced the opposite. El Shaarawy is very inconsistent. Again, we're far from the El Shaarawy that we all saw years ago in his prime with us. But when El Shaarawy plays like this, El Shaarawy is only an added weapon to your weapon list, to your artillery. Same discussion with Dybala. I mean, look, I have even though it squints and stinks my heart to throw negative comments at Dybala at certain times, because he's clearly the best player, not only in our team, but he's the best player in the league. And I've been saying this for 3 years now, from the day he signed with us. In fact, even before he signed with us, Dybala, I'm saying this now to anybody who's still perplexed, who's still confused on this, who's the best player in the league. Dybala is the best player in the league. Technique-wise, Dybala drops his testicles on every single player that plays in the Italian league. And it always feels crazy to criticize him in games where he deserves a bit of criticism because he doesn't change the dynamics of a game. When he plays like this, when he plays like he played today, Dybala is still at 33 years of age, and still as injury prone as he is, when he plays like he plays today, he's one of the best players in the world. And you know what I mean? He is the closest, and this is a certainty, he is the closest player that Roma has had since Totti's retirement. Dybala is, and you know what I said? What did I say in the match preview? In games like this, where they're going to park the bus, because look, realistically, they did nothing today. They did absolutely nothing. The guy scored a great goal. If he tries to hit that goal 100 more times, he'd probably score it once out of 99. So, look, Genoa didn't do anything, but we expected this. Genoa came here to play their game, and their play based on parking the bus and trying to find a lucky goal, set-piece goal, like the one that they did, and then hope that with themselves parking the bus, Roma would not be good enough to crack them open, which we were very good at countering, because this is what made us win today. What made us win today, in my opinion, is the ability to make Genoa's defense look very easy to penetrate when it was not that easy to penetrate at all. That's what she said. No, I'm only joking. Yes, I'm only joking. I don't know why I said that. See? Why do I say these things? I always forget what's next when I have to say these little... the ability to crack them open today, the ability to break them down is ultimately why we scored 3 goals. And I was not predicting this. Me and my friends at the stadium today, before the game started, we were all like, we need a lucky goal today. We need a penalty. We need a set-piece goal, because Genoa defend themselves very, very well. Genoa are here today. They get a point. Because with the form that they were living, a point today at the Stadio Olimpico would have been golden for them. Absolutely golden. And that's what they did. They tried, but they failed. They failed for our merits. We played a great game today. Everybody played well today. Everybody played well. I'm going to get to players in a second. But look, and what I was saying is that in these games where the opponents tend to defend themselves, tend to close the gaps, you need the plays of an individual world class to open up the play and ultimately score a goal. Because not only did Dybala score a goal today, but Dybala changed the game today. Dybala today, my man of the match has to go to SHA, because in my opinion, SHA hadn't pulled one of these performances in a very long while. And he played very good today. His goal was the best goal of the night. But Dybala changed. I mean, Dybala just changes. Dybala just changes. Dybala cracks the mathematical equation open. You know, Dybala is the teacher of this team. Dybala and Hummels are the professors of this team. They know what to do in these games. They crack the algorithm. They crack the mathematical equation. And once they crack it and, you know, set the play and set the example, the 8 players around them, including the goalkeeper, just move around them and make themselves available for the two professors. So yeah, look, I'm very happy with today's performance. I'm very happy because we're building momentum. Unbeaten in 2025, draw against Milan. No, that was in 2024. Won the derby, drew against Bologna, won against Genoa. 6 points out of 9. No, sorry, 7 points out of 9. I'll sign on a piece of paper on that. We build. It's about improving. It's about improving, comparing results. It's already an improvement this season because, I mean, Lazio was technically still the first half of the season. Bologna, with Juric you lost. With Ranieri you drew. Genoa, with De Rossi you drew. With Ranieri you won. So you're building. Now the next step, starting on Thursday in Europe, remember, European football, Europa League. You know, all of a sudden, now that we're back in the league and that we're climbing positions in the league, it's not a fair, excuse to go, oh, now that I'm back in the league, I can snub the Europa League. No, remember, Europa League is still the priority this season. Europa League needs to be treated with absolutely the minimal of details and with the maximal, I should say, attention. Very tough game in the Netherlands, away from home. Are we able to beat them? Are we able to copy such a performance away in a tough country, in a tough stadium, against tough fans? I don't know. It's about this. It's about building a path, and this path is ultimately the path that hopefully will give us what we want. Individual players today, I liked everybody. I really did. I don't want to pick on him because I also have had enough on picking on him. I have said what I have to say on him. The only player which he hasn't played a bad game, I'll throw it out there to anybody who will attack me. I'm not saying he played a bad game. I'm just saying he could have done more. As always, Pellegrini. You'll get tired of me saying this, and I'm going to get tired of myself saying it and repeating it every single weekend as well. He hasn't played a bad game. It's just that, you see, El Shaarawy comes in and he changes the game. Pellegrini didn't change the game in the first 45 minutes. And that's exactly why, based on meritocracy, he shouldn't start. Now, I'm not saying sell him. Yeah, I still think that in June we need to sell him. I'm not going, oh, no, yeah, burn his house down. He's not good enough. Strip the captaincy off him. Absolutely not. I'm criticizing him constructively. He does not change games. He's changed one game in the last 6 months, and it's the derby of 2 weekends ago. So look, I expect more, but it's a good thing that I expect more from him because I know that he can give that extra, and I never get the extra from him. So El Shaarawy, my man of the match. Dovbyk scored a goal, always a bit too mechanized on the balls that he touches, but not a bad game from him. I've seen worse. In defense, my man of the match in defense. You know what? My man of the match in defense, as much as Hummels, I called him a professor and everything. You know what? Man of the match in defense for me tonight, Evan Ndika. What a performance. He was everywhere in that defense. Not that Genoa did much, but as always, organized. When Hummels... Look, our defense at home with Hummels in the middle is a very organized defense. There were still a few chances in the first half where we conceding counterattacks. That needs to be a problem that needs to be solved because when you face a better team offensively, and especially a faster team than Genoa, those counterattacks are going to be deadly. So defense isn't perfect this season, but at home with Hummels, it's much more organized than away and without Hummels. But Ndika played well today, very well. KKS Matus, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you very much for the €5. Like you, buddy, from France. Daye. Thank you very much, mate. Shout out to France, shout out to you, shout out to all our French fans. I met quite a lot of you guys there at the stadium. It's great. If you ever see me, if you want to take a picture, don't be shy. I always say this. I met around 2-3 of you guys today. So as always, I absolutely love the support that everybody gives me. So if you ever come across me at the ground, don't be shy to have a chat, a beer. Got a few stickers also today. New stickers collection to add back there. And I'm also going to bring a few in the Netherlands. We'll be there. We'll be there on Thursday in Alkmaar. So I had to buy a few to stick around Amsterdam, to stick around Rotterdam, to stick about Alkmaar. So yeah, that's my sticker collection of the day. There you have it. But yeah, no, look. Concluding, I'm not going to keep it too long. I've got my parents trying to sleep on the other room. We're going to go back live tomorrow, a bit more detailed. Also speaking about what Ranieri said pre-match and what Ghisolfi said pre-match. Ranieri basically said how he's not going to be a manager next season. He's going to end it officially at the end of this season. And then pre-match, Ghisolfi said that he's trying his best to convince Ranieri to stay one more season as manager. We're gonna look at interviews, post-match interviews on both the player and the manager and the sporting director side tomorrow with stats and stuff. The last thing which I'll say tomorrow before ending it, I gotta go to bed. I'm so tired today. I want to watch Sinner. Hang on. Sorry. I just want to see what time Sinner is playing in the Aussie Open tonight. Oh no, Sinner's playing tomorrow at 9 a.m. That's perfect. I can have a good night's sleep. No, look. Ending this match reaction, I will say, I don't want to repeat myself, but are we officially back? That's the question. Before answering this question with a positive yes, because Ranieri has he's injected calmness and positivity inside the minds of these players, which is ultimately why we're grinding results now. But however, I'm still not 100% backing the statement that we're officially back, because I need to see this team away from home. I need to see this team play away from home. We need to start grinding points away from home, because if you don't grab points away from home, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere. It's only, winning at home is great, but it's not that good if you can't match it with a roughly similar pattern away from home. I'm not saying to win every game, but you need to try and do better away from home. So until the record away from home is this, until away from home there are lacks of concentration, easy goals like the one that we conceded against Bologna, counterattacks, too much, a sense of too much wilderness, I would call it. I'm not going to call us officially back. This team still has a lot of problems. These problems are slowly disappearing, but it still has many problems. And one of these problems is the fact that we haven't bought anybody in the transfer window. I don't know what Ghisolfi is doing. I'm very disappointed in him. We knew what we needed this summer, let alone in January. And we are 70 days into the January transfer window and we've bought nobody. Ranieri needs players. The next future manager needs players. The starting 11 players need players because they can't be playing every single game. And the second you rotate too much, you're going to start losing games again. You need players. You need quality players. And you need to hurry up. Because, it's been 17 days that the transfer window's been open. And you've done nothing. In fact, you've worsened and you've weakened yourself. Because you've bought 0 players and you've sold 1. So you need to hurry up. And I'm expecting signings in this weekend, start of next week. I don't know when, but I'm expecting something to happen. With that being said, Forza Roma sempre, get 3 points, confident 3 points, add 3 points to our bucket, and we move. Netherlands next. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this match reaction. I'm going to catch you tomorrow with a more analysed match and a colder match reaction, looking at interviews as well. So come back tomorrow with comments and questions and everything and debates, and we will come back tomorrow to have a more chilled one. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button, please do it. 100 likes would be great. Subscribe to the channel. Forza Roma sempre, and talk to you soon. Bye bye. Simo out.